Quick headlines: what just happened? This month AMD has been busy in the way a marathon sprinter looks busy. Lots of high-energy, headline-making moves. The short list you'll want to tattoo on your brain. Wedbush raised its price target on AMD from $190 to $270, keeping an outperform rating because recent AI partnerships expand AMD's revenue visibility. AMD reported Q2 revenue of $7.7 billion, a year-over-year jump of about 32%. That's real growth, not just hype. AMD and OpenAI announced a multi-year, multi-generation agreement for 6 gigawatts of AMD GPU deployments, beginning with an initial 1 gigawatt build-out of MI450 GPUs in H2 2026. Oracle and AMD revealed an expanded collaboration. Oracle Cloud Infrastructure will deploy an initial 50,000 AMD Instinct MI450 GPUs in a publicly available AI supercluster beginning in calendar Q3 2026, with expansion planned into 2027 plus. Wedbush's new price target: why an analyst bumped it to $270. When an influential analyst raises a price target by that much, from $190 to $270, it's not fluff. Wedbush's lift reflects updated expectations that AMD's GPUs will sell in much larger volumes as hyperscalers and AI companies sign on. The firm applied a higher earnings multiple to forward EPS assumptions now that AMD has clearer visibility into multi-year demand for its MI450 generation and rack-scale designs. In plain English, analysts see revenue growth that looks both big and predictable enough to deserve a fatter price tag. Imagine you run a bakery that usually sells 100 croissants a day. A major coffee chain calls and says they'll stock your croissants in every store for the next 5 years. Suddenly analysts are like, those croissants could be a business. Wedbush looked at AMD's new coffee chain deals and repriced the future. Q2 revenue, $7.7 billion and the growth story. AMD's Q2 numbers weren't background noise. They were loudspeaker level. Revenue of $7.7 billion, up 32% YOY, signals that AMD's multiple businesses, client CPUs, data center CPUs, and accelerators, are selling at scale. The data center side, particularly GPUs and EPYC CPUs, is the key growth engine investors are salivating over because it ties directly to the AI compute boom. Think of revenue like speed. You can shout about potential all day, but when the needle moves on actual sales, the market listens. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, like the video, it means much to me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. The OpenAI deal, 6 gigawatts of compute, yes, gigawatts. What that even means. This one is a headline straight out of sci-fi. AMD and OpenAI announced a multi-year, multi-generation agreement for 6 gigawatts of AMD GPUs. The first phase is an initial 1 gigawatt deployment of Instinct MI450 GPUs starting in the second half of 2026, ramping to the full amount over time. That's not a small purchase order. It's a declaration that OpenAI intends to build massive, multi-exaflop class infrastructure with AMD silicon in the stack. To make this visceral, 1 gigawatt of GPUs is like an enormous city block of rack after rack of accelerators drawing the kind of power you'd expect from a small town. Multiply that by 6 and you're talking about the backbone for massive foundation models and inference fleets. If OpenAI is a blockbuster studio, AMD just became one of its primary sound stages. Oracle partnership. 50,000 MI450 GPUs in OCI, the public supercluster play. Oracle's October 14th announcement confirmed an initial 50,000 MI450 GPUs will power a publicly available AI supercluster on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure beginning in calendar Q3 2026, with plans to expand in 2027 and beyond. That's huge because it's public-facing. Enterprises, startups, and research groups can buy time on that supercluster, creating recurring demand for AMD chips through Oracle's cloud. Picture Oracle building a theme park of GPUs, and AMD's MI450 is the main roller coaster. Companies buy tickets, compute time, instead of buying their own roller coasters. For AMD, that means volume and visibility. Why these wins matter: the compounding revenue effect. There are 3 ways these deals could compound into material revenue for AMD: direct GPU sales, hyperscalers and cloud providers buy GPUs and related hardware to build data centers. Volume sales equals immediate revenue. Rack and system designs, Helios style. AMD's Helios rack and integrated designs mean AMD can sell more than chips. It can sell validated rack solutions that speed time to deploy for customers. That's higher ticket and more sticky. Recurring cloud consumption. When Oracle offers public supercluster time, customers pay for compute hours. AMD benefits from initial sales and the long-term refresh cycles and system upgrades. Imagine you don't sell only the instrument, GPU, you sell the entire Turing rig, rack, software partnerships, cooling design. That ups the lifetime value of each contract, and these are possibly bound to continue happening. That could hit AMD to $1,970 in coming decades. Competitive context: why this threatens, or complements, NVIDIA's dominance. NVIDIA is the incumbent king of AI accelerators. AMD's path has been to offer competitive silicon plus rack-level innovation and to win big-name customers who want diversification or different technical trade-offs. Landing OpenAI and Oracle as customers doesn't mean AMD will overthrow NVIDIA overnight, but it does show AMD is now a first-class alternative in major AI stacks. More competition generally grows the market, lower prices, more options, which can expand total demand for GPUs, to AMD's benefit. Multiple large deals give AMD the credibility to chase even more orders. The technical and engineering angle, MI450, Helios racks, and multi-generation roadmaps. AMD's MI450 series and its broader Instinct family aim to offer dense, efficient FP16/INT8/FP8 compute suitable for training and inference at scale. AMD is also pushing rack-level designs, codenamed Helios or similar, that optimize for power, cooling, and interconnects, the unsung heroes of supercomputing. That vertical stack reduces integration friction for hyperscalers. They don't have to invent the rack architecture themselves. AMD offers turnkey, tested solutions that speed deployment. Note this as well. And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. Revelation 22 verses 10-14. If we fully obey the Lord, the Creator of heaven and earth, and carefully follow all his commandments, he has promised to set us high above all the nations of the earth. Deuteronomy 28. We shall be blessed when we come in and when we go out. I appeal to you to accept God and let him be your guide, for he will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. Want more information? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage me to continue bringing to you insightful content. Do not miss out on our future videos full of insight. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's blessings and care. Faith and prayer will do what no power on earth can accomplish. See you in the next video by God's mercy.